So the reactionary pro-fascist retards are flaring up again with the new scare tactic over something that is innocuous. According to conspiracy theorists and racist homophobes, the British government is currently putting children as young as 3 on watch lists. Now, that sounds scary. The government spying on children, because we all know that children are the enemies of the state. And with their well-known love for freedom, a concept they can't understand. Well, we all know that they challenge authority of the state. What freedom-loving rebels they are, at least until about 7 or 8 o'clock when their parents put them to bed. Basically, what's happening here is that children use racist and homophobic words when insulting each other. They're using words they don't understand. They don't realize they're being hateful. When a teacher hears them doing it, they get in trouble, and that gets put on their record, because being racist and homophobic is a hateful and ignorant thing. Now, you may ask, what is so scary about that? Well, it all depends on how you put it. For example, here's how the Daily Mail Online put it. Teachers are branding thousands of children racist or homophobic following playground squabbles. If schools are asked for a pupil referenced by future employer or university, the record could be used as a basis for it, meaning the pettiest of incidents has the potential to blight a child for life. Basically, without being honest and coming right out and saying it, they're calling the state race traitors. The conspiracy theory here is that the government is trying to control what people think, or that they're putting children on terrorist watch lists. One vlogger on YouTube went so far as to claim that it's a conspiracy by the cultural Marxists. Now, let me debunk this hateful idiocy behind the entire situation. Children are not being labeled racists and bigots. What's happening here is the kids are getting in trouble for saying something racist and homophobic things. They're getting in trouble because what they're doing is wrong. When you get in trouble in school, it gets written down on your school record. This is nothing new. It happens all the time. If students get caught vandalizing in school, they get written up for it as well. It doesn't mean that they're being labeled terrorists by the state. Use some common sense instead of resorting to idiotic conspiracy theories to justify your hateful ways. Now, to all the people screaming that these kids don't even know what they're saying, so this is unfair to them, that's why we have to teach them these things are hateful words, because they don't know. They don't know that these words hurt people. You cannot walk around using racist and homophobic words as an adult because you will get in trouble or offend someone and they kick your ass. These kids need to be taught that you can't do that. They need to understand how much of a problem doing this is going to cause. They need to be broken of the habit of using these words without thinking. They need to be taught that it is not okay to say hateful things. This is not a conspiracy. It's called not being an asshole. The racist homo haters are claiming that the pettiest of incidents has the potential to blight a child for life. No, this is a Chicken Little reaction to something that has existed for a very long time. Your permanent record. The people screaming against this are claiming that employers will go back into your preschool days to determine if you're a suitable candidate for employment, or a post-secondary educational institution you are applying to may discriminate against you based on it. Well, how stupid are you to think that either a prospective employer or a prospective university or college will dig into your preschool life? Now, before I wrap this up, let me tackle the whole cultural Marxism stupidity, the phrase that was basically invented by Anders Breivik, the child-murdering right-wing hate-monger from Norway. It's supposed to express the idea that all cultures are equal and that Islam is going to be forced on you if accepted as something that should be allowed to exist. Basically what they're doing is taking a word like Marxism, which does call for equality, and applying it to something it does not apply to. In the Soviet Union, Islamic culture and Islamic fundamentalism was kept suppressed. Remember how there were those Islamic countries in the Soviet Union? In socialist Albania, beards were banned to combat Islamic fundamentalism. In China, all religious notions were banned from the government. You know, the Cultural Revolution? But the racists still scream cultural Marxism is destroying our white Christian superiority by allowing other cultures and religions to exist. Get a clue. All religion was kept out of the government and business in all socialist countries. You're literally blaming Marxism for something which It has nothing to do with. You're the ones placing so much emphasis on placing Christianity. You're the one making a big deal out of this. Keep your own ignorance in your own beliefs and don't drag us into the garbage that you spout. And by the way, all of this came up because the racist Christian libertarian organization called the Manifesto Club, which sounds awfully communist, got a hair across their ass because some school reprimanded one of their own kids for being bigots, or as their parents raised them to be. Link in the description to see these dumbasses' websites. And one final note. Seriously, England? I expect better from you. This is Southern Baptist Christian fundamentalist level garbage.